Hello everyone and welcome to the end of the month again, and hence another episode. I was just watching Ethan and Ela, so like now I'm their intro. Okay. Another edition of Best and Worst of Beauty. I've got a 6-product pyramid for you guys this month. I know it's not my typical 10, but I only had 6 things that I wanted to share with you all. I don't have any bad products, so sorry, but I do have it ranked from the least favorite of the month to the favorite. If you're new to my channel, I do my favorites videos at the end of the month. You know, obviously they're not just favorites, it's best and worst of beauty, but then I also got inspiration 4 years ago when I started doing these videos from Abby Lee from Dance Moms, so my pyramid is based off of that. You know, like just because something's at the bottom of the pyramid, it doesn't mean it was like awful, it needs to be reprimanded like those little girls. I'm just kidding. I think it's ridiculous that the pyramid even exists, but it's just, you know, I like some things better than I like other things. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and sing the song together and then we can get on into things. It's the best and worst of beauty, whether good or bad, here's the down and dirty. So to start off, at the bottom of the pyramid, all of these products, if I have a video on it or I have pertinent links, whatever, I will have those listed down below for you guys. But I did a video on this product. This was a product sent to me by one of you all, and like I said, it's not to say it's a bad product, but I did put it at the very bottom of the pyramid for reasons. We have the makeup eraser, boo 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 boo. Now, I love this, and I have been loving this. This is $20 for a microfiber cloth. It's very soft, and oh, does it take off all of your makeup. You don't believe me? You go watch that video / watch the demo that I'm including here in this video. This definitely takes it off. It takes off waterproof mascara with some work, but I mean, all you put on this is water. Now, the main reason that I'm putting this at the very bottom of my pyramid is because, well, A, it doesn't take off waterproof makeup like it claims, like in one swipe or whatever. I don't know what the exact claim was, but they made it sound like it was going to be super easy to get off waterproof makeup. It wasn't. The other reason is because tons of people told me in that video that you can go to like Walmart and get a 3-pack of these for like $3. They're just like microfiber towels. They're not branded as a makeup removing product, so that's why they're like cheaper or whatever. So I do want to test those out, because if there's like a $1 or $3 dupe for this thing, heck yes, I'm all about that. So I'm kind of putting this at the bottom based on speculation. But yeah, let me know if you want a video comparing these and then the supposed Walmart dupe. I can definitely do that for you guys. But seriously, thank you so much, Margaret, for sending this my way. I am so appreciative, and I have been absolutely loving this month. Even just like with my eyeshadow brushes and stuff, it's so nice. You know, like I know they have like those eyeshadow switch things or whatever where you can just rub your brush on it and it takes off the eye makeup from your brush, but you can do the same thing with this and it takes it right off. So I've been using it a ton for that as well. And then next up on the pyramid here, I mean, you guys, I love all of this stuff on the pyramid. I feel bad ranking it and everything, but I have yet to make a review video on these yet, but I do plan on it very, very soon. These are the new Maybelline color tattoos in the eye chrome version. So these are like the liquid version or whatever. These are fantastic. I mean, they're as fantastic as the pot version. I just love these because you don't have to stick your finger in a pot and get that dirty and like whatever. It's just so easy. It's just a little doe foot applicator. I mean, it kind of looks like a lip product or whatever, and then you just smudge it onto your eyes. You can smudge it out with your finger then. They go on super creamy. They're super blendable, but they do dry down fairly quickly, but not so quick that it's impossible to blend it out on your lid. I also put these at the bottom-ish of my pyramid because for me anyways, I have very oily and creasy eyelids. Just like with the Maybelline color tattoos, the original ones in the pots, I have to use an eyeshadow primer underneath them. Otherwise they crease, they fade, etc., etc. But like I said, I do have that problem with everything. I've never found an eyeshadow product that doesn't need a primer for me. And because I know people are gonna ask, my favorite holy grail eyeshadow primer is the Balm's Put a Lid on It. But so I just put that on and then I put this on. these are such good bases for your eyeshadows. I mean, you could wear these alone. I find them a little hard to like blend out cleanly and evenly enough to leave them by themselves, but these are beautiful with eyeshadows on top of them. It just gives your eyeshadow something to stick to, and it really brightens up whatever color you're putting on top of it. I love the shades that I have here. I have Beige Luster, which is a really nice champagne color, like a pinky champagne. I've got Khaki Cool, which is a nice green olive color, and then I've also got Bronze Sheen, which is a really rich orangey copper, and they're just so beautiful. I highly recommend these if you can get your hands on them, find them in the new displays and stuff. I always see them at my local Walgreens, although the stand is always sold out of these, so I'm so glad I was able to snatch these when I could. If you love the original Maybelline color tattoos, you're gonna adore these. And then the last thing here on the bottom of my pyramid is the blush that I have been wearing exclusively this month. It is housed within this palette from last year's Christmas collection from Tarte. Do not fear, the blush that I have been using is a part of their permanent collection, and it is Dollface. You guys, this blush, I don't know why, but I always passed over Dollface. I was always just kind of like, meh, it's a pink blush, whatever. Nothing special. It's matte. Meh. Meh. And then it's in this palette, and I put it on one day at random, and it's just, it might be my favorite blush. It might have turned into my very favorite blush. It's such a good color. It's beautiful. It's a very blue toned but warm toned pink. Yes, you can have warm blue tones. Some beauty gurus might tell you otherwise. I am not a beauty guru, but I do have my Master in Fine Arts degree, so please trust me. This blush, I mean, all Tarte blushes now that they did the reformulation, I feel like I've been saying this in all of my videos where I've talked about Tarte blushes, but I feel like they reformulated them a couple years ago, and they are not that like hard, stiff formula that I feel like a lot of people didn't like about them originally. Now they are creamy, they are soft, they're still super blendable, super pigmented, they last all day on me. They're that perfect amount of creamy where it's not crumbly, it's just soft and smooth and delightful. I love Tarte blushes. They're my holy grail blushes. If I had to get rid of every other blush in my collection, I'd be okay, so long as I have my blushes from Tarte, and especially Dollface. I just love this. Something about those blue toned bubbly pinks, they just add that really nice pop of life to your face, but like they look natural. And I know tons of people, they're like, what blush? I can't see. Exactly, because it looks natural, and that's what I love about it. I adore this blush. I adore Tarte blushes. Alright, so moving on to the second tier of the pyramid here. This is not a product that I can like physically grab and show you, but I can put my nails up to the screen, which I feel bad because my nails, they really need to be redone. I was supposed to get them redone today, but I didn't have time in my day. I've got a thing, and okay. So I'm getting them done in a few days because these need to be filled. Today marks 2 weeks with these on. These are LCN Gel Nails. Now, a lot of people have said they love them on me. Thank you. I like them too. A lot of people say, oh my gosh, they're so thick, you need a new nail tech, blah, 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 blah. I personally like them this thick because they have been helping so profoundly with my dermatillomania, like just leaps and bounds. I mean, it's the whole reason that I got these and that I shelled out the money for these, because I really was hoping, so many people told me that like gel and acrylic nails helped them with their dermatillomania, and I was kind of at the point where I'm like, I will try anything. So I tried these, shelled out the cash. They are very expensive, and they are very, very painful to get on. I just explained this in my last Get Ready With Me video, where someone asked me that in a Snapchat Q&A. That was in that video, I do them together. LCN Gel Nails, not all salons do them, so you do have to find a salon that provides that service. But this is fused to my nail. It's not just like they put down a layer of glue and then stick something on. They like file your nail down, your actual nail, so that it's got like little ridges, kind of like Velcro, and then they put the gel on top, the liquid gel, and then it's like in a big gloopy glob, and then you put it under a UV light or whatever kind of a light it is. I don't don't know. And it like does the chemical reaction where it turns from a liquid to a solid, and it is fusing with your actual nail. There's no amount of like acetone I could stick my hands in where it'll eventually like melt it off or whatever. Like, you have to get these filed off. They won't come off any other way. So the process is very painful. It's very hot. Like, imagine sticking your fingers in an oven. This is basically what like, you feel like your fingers are about to explode. And it does not feel good. But thankfully, these really, they have been helping. Like, they're not completely foolproof. If I do have like a huge whitehead or something, the kind where like you touch it and, you know, I can still get those. But when it comes to like the little bumps and stuff that I would pick at on my arms and on my face, that like, yeah, it's a pimple, but like, it's really not, and like, I really should not be touching it, I can't do that kind of mindless picking anymore. So I just have like some leftover scabs and stuff on my arms from when I could pick, but like, other than that, like, my arms are starting to heal up. I feel like I completely wrecked my, I don't know, what is the system, like my recovery system, my regenerative system or whatever, from all the picking that I've done. I just feel like I heal very slowly now, but overall I'm really happy with these nails. They are cumbersome, you know, like, it's very hard to open some things or like do buttons or zippers or whatever, but it's been so worth it for me. And yeah, I would highly recommend it to anyone else who has dermatillomania that has been thinking about them. These ones anyways, the LCN Gel Nails, have absolutely been helping me. So yay, 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 yay to these. I do miss being able to paint my nails though. I'm a nail painter, but you know, anything for this. I was ready. And then next up here, second to the top on the pyramid, is something that I did a whole review video on. So if you want to watch that, of course, I will have it linked down below. And I will also do a little, the card thing or whatever. I've been learning how to do those. It should be popping up on your screen somewhere to go and watch that video in a new tab. But it is this. You guys, the hype is so real on this thing. This is the Anastasia Modern Renaissance eyeshadow palette. This thing is so hyped on YouTube. So hyped. I had to try it out, you know? I had to see if it was worth it. And you guys, it is. It's what I have on my eyes today. It's what I've been wearing every single day this month pretty much. This is $42, so it is expensive, but compared to Anastasia single eyeshadows and everything, I mean, I did all this breakdown stuff and whatnot on the actual review video, so definitely watch that if you want like in-depth information and, you know, information about the reasoning behind the color names and everything. Like I said, I have my master in fine arts, so I know what they were going for with this palette for sure. But so the eyeshadows in here really are a good value for the price compared to other Anastasia shadows, and this palette is permanent, so it is not a limited edition release, which is awesome. And then inside you get 14 shades. They range from like light neutrals to browns to purples to berries to oranges, so very heavily influenced by the Italian Renaissance. And then the names, like I said, are also, although someone pointed out, and I can't believe I didn't even think of this, because when I think of Vermeer, I guess I don't think of what time period he's from, but like, I guess when I thought of him in this palette, you know, I do associate him with ochres and stuff. He used a lot of ochres in his paintings, and so I just didn't even question it. But then someone left in the comments like, why the heck is Vermeer in here? He's a Dutch Baroque artist. And I was like, you're so right. I have no idea why they included Vermeer in here. I mean, I get it, because like I said, he uses a lot of ochres and like the lights and stuff. He was like a master of lighting in his paintings, but like in a modern Renaissance palette, I don't, what happened, Anastasia? You sure? Really? Okay. But yeah, these shadows, they are buttery, they are pigmented, they blend so easily on the lids, and you can come up with so many different looks with this palette. I mean, if you do not like warm toned shadows, you're gonna hate this palette. I mean, it is literally nothing but warm tones here. And if you don't like mattes, you're probably not gonna like this either, because it is a very heavily matte palette, but it does have metallics, it does have some shimmers, and they're all beautiful. There's not one dud. These are buttery to a fault. They do crumble if you like push too hard or whatever. So definitely you have to use a light hand. But if you just remember that, oh, come on. This is a beautiful, beautiful palette. I've been absolutely loving it. It's been wonderful that it has been making me a bit more creative with my eyeshadow looks, and I've just really been loving it. You know, they're a cruelty-free brand, which is great, and another thing that I mentioned, I've heard a few YouTubers mention it, but apparently some people haven't heard other YouTubers mention it, but this has a 6-month expiration on it. I don't know what that's all about, Anastasia, but you know, I feel like if you buy this palette, use your judgment. That's what I'm gonna do. I personally have never really cared about expirations on anything. You know, if it doesn't smell bad, if it doesn't look bad, if it doesn't feel bad, it's probably okay. Use your judgment. If you put it on and it gives you a rash or something, you know, stop using it. But I do think it is something to point out. But yeah, overall, this is a fantastic palette, and I'm so happy that I bought it. And now, here we are. We've made it to the top of the pyramid for July of 2016. It's a foundation that I would have never in my wildest dreams thought would ever be on the top of my pyramid. Ta-da! Oh my gosh, you guys. This is the Revlon Colorstay Combination Oily Skin Foundation. I have mine in the shade 150 Buff. I tried this foundation out long ago. I have an old blog post about it, back when I blogged. I was using the normal to dry skin formula, and it was horrendous on me. Like, it was really drying, which is why I didn't try out the oily version, because I was like, okay, so the oily version is probably more matte than the dry version, and if the dry version is this dry, then oh my gosh, I don't want to go near the oily. So that was my like rationale. But people urged me, you know, once Revlon put the pump on the foundation, good move Revlon, good move. People said that the formula had changed, which to some people, this was a very sad and awful thing because people used to love the formula of this foundation. But now apparently it has changed a bit. Now those people don't like it, but now I love it. This foundation lasts on me through anything. I don't care how sweaty I am. I don't care how much water goes on my face. I don't care how much anything goes on my face. Don't take that the wrong way. This does not go anywhere. When I did my first impression on this, I was sweaty galore. Like, that would be my actual name, you know? It's not just my drag name. That's my real name. I was that sweaty. I was disgusting. I had gone bowling, it was kind of rainy that day, and then I was at a drag show that night. Like, so many conditions were pointing to, Cassie, you're gonna look terrible when you look in the mirror when you get home. No, I didn't. I looked pretty freaking perfect. Like, so good. What? This has become a holy grail foundation for me, for sure. I have it on today, and it's just wonderful. I can't say anything bad about this foundation, especially now that it has a pump. I can't even fault the packaging. Not that I'm trying to find faults in products, but you know, I like to give you guys the pros and cons. I don't have a con. The color selection looks great, at least from what I remember in my mind. You can totally correct me if I'm wrong, because there's always a possibility that I'm wrong. But from what I'm remembering, you know, there are shades lighter than this one, and then there are shades that looked super deep. So I definitely give props to Revlon. I think they came out with a great color range and everything. Like I said, they do also have a formula for dry and normal skin, so that's great that they're like covering different skin concerns. I just love this. It's a great like satin matte finish. Throughout the day when my oils come through, it definitely turns more into a satin finish, but it doesn't transfer when I touch my face with anything. It doesn't smear, it doesn't budge. It goes on super creamy dreamy. Like, I have no problems with this foundation, period. And I got it at Ulta when they were doing a 40% off Revlon deal. So I mean, you can always do that too. I got this for super cheap. I think I got it for like $5 or something. So very, very good investment on my part. So that was it, you guys. That was my roundup of my best and worst of beauty products here for July of 2016. As always, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it helpful in finding some products that you might want to try out for yourself. Or maybe, you know, even though some of these are my favorites, maybe some of them didn't sound so great to you. So maybe now you can avoid them. Either way, if it was helpful or enjoyable for you, please do go ahead and give me a thumbs up down below. And also, if you're new here, hey, hi, hello, how are ya? I would love to have you as a subscriber. here. If you want to, you can go ahead and subscribe. You can see more content from me in the future, and from that little fur ball up there, you can follow me on Snapchat and Instagram, all that good stuff, if you want to see more of him especially. And yeah, I think that's about it. So as always, I hope you guys had a wonderful month of July. Happy almost August here. I hope you guys are all doing well, and until next time, just stay well until then. Bye!